All right, guys, Saturday is upon us. Another race weekend. We got the Bahrain Grand Prix coming up tomorrow on Sunday. Lewis Hamilton securing pole for tomorrow's race. And, well, you know, this is, like I said, this is probably going to be an ongoing series at least until F1 2016 is out. We got our F1 2016 mod installed, and we're going to be doing the Bahrain Grand Prix. Not from a Renault car this time. We're going to be taking a seat with Carlos Sainz Jr. and we're going to be driving a Toro Rosso. And obviously the objective here is, I'm not sure how this car is going to stack up against the front runners. Obviously it's not going to be one of the top 3 teams. So basically, as always, it's going to be all about beating our teammate here. Jumping straight to the business at hand. This is going to be our second lap of the qualifying session. This is just a one-shot qualifying deal. And as you can see, they're way off the pace there. Almost 3.5 seconds behind Sebastian Vettel. And you all saw what I did with my wing setup there. I'm running a 1-2 setup when it comes to downforce. This track obviously has some long straights there. And I am having trouble coming even close to breaking 300 down the main straight without opening DRS. So man, is this Toro Rosso, this Ferrari engine, is really lacking some punch, I gotta say. And starting 20th on the grid, and Max Verstappen starting 4th. Are you kidding me? We're almost, well, we're pretty much 3 seconds behind our teammate there. All right, okay, doesn't matter much. Sebastian Vettel taking pole, Valtteri Bottas finishing second here, and Nico Hülkenberg is 3rd on the grid for tomorrow's race. What happened to the Mercs? And what's happening with the Mercs in this mod here? All right, here we go. 5 red lights, and there you go. Out of the gate nicely here. Not too much wheel spin right on the exhaust of Magnussen. We got Grosjean right in front of us, trying to tuck in behind him, see if we can't get a little bit of toe out of that one. Just trying to go down the inside here. Oh, just getting cut off by, who's that right in front of us there? Ricardo, I think it was. And we lose a little bit of the end plate there. Magnussen taking back that position. We're up from P20 to P18. And see if we can't go down the inside of some cars here. Heading into turn 3 or 4, I believe it is. And almost touching, oh, just basically getting cut off there by one of the Manners, I think it was. And Hamilton is way down in the middle of the pack there. He gets overtaken by us and Magnussen as we are wedged in between the 2 Renaults right now. Got Palmer ahead of us, Magnussen right behind us. Yes, this is looking pretty decent for a first lap, and green flag situation. Apparently somebody, oh, just look at the mini-map there. Tons of cars off track here. Okay, still got 22 cars running. Something must have happened there, and other cars appear to be standing still right on track there, and we are down to 21 running cars. It's going to be interesting to see whether or not we have a safety car come out, because that looked like a huge, I wouldn't say pile up, but you know, it looked like a lot of cars were involved. At least a lot of cars got slowed up here, running wide as we are trying to just remain within striking distance here of the guys ahead of us. This is pretty much kind of like the way we started at Melbourne. We just seem to be off pace for the first couple of laps. And again, this might be down to needing to knock off some rust here. It's been a while since I've played this game. It's been a while since I've driven this Bahrain track. And obviously, as you can see in qualifying, it's definitely not second nature right now. Anyway, lap 1 status, we have 1 car out of the race. We advanced from P20 on the grid up till P11. We are wedged in between the 2 Renaults at the moment here, just duking it out with Magnussen here heading into turn 2, but we managed to maintain the position as we remain in P11 right now. Skipping ahead to lap 4, not too much change overall. Still trying to maintain contact with Joylen Palmer and having to defend from his teammate Kevin Magnussen there, especially on the straights. Because, all right, look at the straight. We're coming down the main straight right now. Everybody saw my wing setup during qualifying there, 1 and 2. Just look at the speed. This is the kind of performance I'm able to get out of this Ferrari engine. Are you freaking kidding me? This is a dog of a car. Oh my God. Jumping ahead to lap 5 here, Valtteri Bottas setting the fastest lap of the races. We are closing the gap on Jolyon Palmer here. See if we can't make this a breaking match here. Heading into turn 1, we almost make the move stick here. Coming out of the turn, neck and neck, but Palmer maintaining his position here as we come through turn 3. But he's going to be easy pickings heading into turn 4, I would expect. Going down the inside here, making this a breaking match. Oh, somebody's running very slowly indeed. Daniil Kvyat once again having what appears to be engine trouble and pulling over to the side. His race is, our race is almost over as I'm paying way too much attention to what's going on behind me there. But Daniil Kvyat out of the race. We got 19 running cars remaining, and we got both of the Renaults right behind us here. And jumping ahead to lap 8, coming into the pits for our first stop, we're going to be making the change to a set of primes here for the middle stint, and hopefully we're going to be able to defend our current position and make a push for the points here on the final stint. That's the plan anyway, but as you can see there, we are down into P13 right now, coming out behind, well, Grosjean passing us. We got, I believe it is Felipe Massa right ahead of us here, coming out of the pit, and Magnussen right behind us, so I would assume that Palmer has not been in to make his pit stop yet. He's probably going to be coming in on the next 1 or 2 laps there. But jumping to lap 7, several cars have been in to make their first pit stop. We are up into P7 right now, about a second and a half ahead of Magnussen, meaning we have finally been able to pull out of DRS range, but we are having trouble maintaining contact with Felipe Massa. He's about 4 seconds up the road right now, but given the fact that he's in a Williams and we are in a Toro Rosso, that is pretty much to be expected. And as you can see there, Felipe Massa only about 3 seconds up the road right now. This is lap 14. And Kevin Magnussen, well, remaining within striking distance, but we are opening up a slight gap on him as well. He's about 2.5 seconds behind us right now. And coming out of turn 10 here, I'm not sure what the deal is with Felipe Massa. I just heard something over the pit radio that he might be having engine trouble. And just look at how slow he's going right now. There might be some truth to that. Lap 15 coming out on the main straight. Felipe Massa definitely having some sort of issue with this car as we have no trouble going down the inside here. Obviously, we got DRS, but still just passing this guy like he's in a manner. No trouble whatsoever as we are up into P6. Now trying to chase down Haryanto, whatever his name is anyway. But very nice indeed. Starting in P20 up into P6, just about halfway through the race here. Lap 21, second and final pit stop of the race. Hopefully we're going to be changing back to the option compound, and hopefully that is going to give us an advantage here during the final stint. We are currently in P6, still trying to chase down Haryanto. He's about 6 seconds up the road from us, and as you can see there, we now have Sergio Perez in P7 right now, and he's obviously got a more powerful engine, so hopefully we're going to be able to keep him at bay here for the final 8 laps. Lap 23 here, coming through turns 12 and 13. As you can see, we now have Sergio Perez right on our exhaust there, having to defend from this guy. Obviously, he's not going to have DRS here coming down the back straight, but coming out on the main straight, DRS might be an issue. And this guy's already in a faster car. Just look, obviously I'm not in rich mode right now, but I'm not trying to save fuel or anything like that, but just look at how little pace I'm actually getting out of this car. Either I'm an idiot at setting up cars, or this is just an underpowered car all the way. 310, 311, 312, and Sergio Perez having a look down the inside there. He thinks the better of it's not in a position to make the move there, so we live to fight another day. For how long is this going to work out? And as Kimi Räikkönen is setting the fastest lap of the race here, I'm pretty sure he's leading the race too. We have Lewis Hamilton closing the gap on both us and Perez. No surprise there. We've been holding up this guy for the past couple of laps here, and heading into turn 11 here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something happened behind us there. Look at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. These guys are going so slowly right now. They must have touched, as we now have Hamilton up into P7. Both cars are falling back dramatically. 4 seconds now. And there you have it, guys, coming out on the main straight for one final time tonight. Kimi Räikkönen obviously taking the win. We finish in P6 here, about 10 seconds down on Haryanto. And that's a pretty good performance from him, I have to say here. I gotta say though, I'm really surprised with the Toro Rosso here. I had not expected this car to be so underpowered the way it was here. Obviously, this is not a good car for this particular track. You really need some engine power for the long straights. The Toro Rosso in this mod, at the very least, has none of that. Anyway, Kimi Räikkönen taking the win here today. Nico Hülkenberg finishing second. Valtteri Bottas rounding off the podium in third. And our teammate Max Verstappen finishing fourth. That was his starting position on the grid. That's not too bad at all. And Haryanto with a manner finishing fifth there. Jeez. Look at the DNFs. Okay, tons of cars not finishing the race here, obviously. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like or subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back soon enough. Bye-bye.